Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Play action. Now it's Murray. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Marquise Brown, 33 yards. And the Bengals are back within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. Montgomery, another target and catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now a 2nd and 10. Stroud sets up the play action. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know we can't do a mind meld and really know exactly what he was thinking, but I didn't see an open receiver there. Maybe, possibly, he did that on purpose and just overthrew him.
Yeah, coverage was good, so maybe indeed that was another way to throw it away, if you will. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Stroud to throw it. Open man right side. That's McConkey. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Stroud. That one complete to McConkey. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. Stroud off the play fake. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. Stroud looking to throw. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the turnover, here's Murray. That is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play fake. Murray. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 27 yards there, a first down. Throwing now is Murray. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On the check down, he finds Kamara. Still moving. And he's got this down to the 35. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out.
He's got a man complete. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Alvin Kamara, 35 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level. Tucker now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It was Denzel Ward in from his corner spot there to take him down for the loss.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Stroud. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Oh, they're changing this at the line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Seibert able to knock this one through, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Tucker's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray being chased out left. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And Murray staying put for now. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it here. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So, Charles, talk about a play that could prove pivotal. And I mean pivotal. That decision right there could be really costly.
Without a doubt. You talk about taking a chance there and deciding you're going to go all in, as they like to say. That's exactly what that one was, and it didn't pay off.
Yeah, inside their own territory, game tied this stage of the contest. Boy, 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Third and goal, Stroud. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Here's Stroud. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, the decision there, 4th and goal, they go for it, but this ball intercepted in the end zone.
Hey, how about some applause for the stand by this defense? Just to force them into a 4th and goal situation was one thing, but then to get the interception, keep them off the scoreboard, that's a job very well done.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Kamara up the middle, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here's 3rd and 10. On play action, it's Murray. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Seibert on for the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Steelers 24, Bengals 17.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Murray changing the play. Now they'll change things up. Murray now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Murray now. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And that's incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. He's to the 15. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the 3rd quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them, not necessarily what you look.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
All right.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is caught, and they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And Stroud now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
A 4-yard loss brings up 2nd and 14 at the 3-yard line.
Here's Murray back near his goal line. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Running left, Montgomery. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Following the penalty, Montgomery. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. Seibert's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a 1-score game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Mozzie Smith there to bring him down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Now 2nd and 9. Stroud. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught on the right side of Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Stroud working out of the gun. That is caught. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Throwing now is Stroud. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Stroud looks to throw. That is intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Bengals are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Murray. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. That is incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Murray to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
He's into space past the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Quez Watkins, 58 yards. And the Bengals have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he is going to have a Steeler first down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour.